Hello and welcome back to your next lesson. Today's lesson will be about IP filtering. What is it? What does it do? So let's begin. The what is it question is fairly simple. IP filtering is the module responsible for a lot of things within BitNinja. We could refer it to as like the brain of the software itself. And without this module, BitNinja is unable to operate because that is also why you cannot simply just disable it. As the name suggests, it handles our IP reputation lists and filtering, and it also handles communication with other modules, as they will tell this module that they have caught an intruder, and hence this module will Graylist, Blacklist, or do whatever is necessary with that IP address. So that's why you cannot really disable it, and this is the most essential module, and this is one of our first modules that we have enabled within BitNinja. And IP lists and differences. BitNinja comes with 3 different types of lists. Basically, we have our standard blacklist, whitelist, and the graylist. But all of these 3 lists have 2 different types, which is the global and local versions of them. First, we will just go over the differences between the 3, and then we will cover the differences between the global and local versions as well, to help you understand the inner workings of it better a little bit. And the black and white lists are first on our list. So the blacklist it's basically your typical block list, if you prefer that naming. If you do not want an IP address to connect to your network or servers or machines, this is where you want that IP address to be. However, keep in mind that this is a very radical solution, and this should only be used as a last resort, or if you are certain that an IP address is a bad actor, because there is no way for them to remove themselves from this list. So once they end up on the blacklist, only you can remove them from here. So make sure to only blacklist IPs that you really want to blacklist. The whitelist is basically the exact opposite of the blacklist, where instead of blocking, it allows any traffic from the IP address located on this list. So no matter if it tries to do an SQL injection or whatever, it will not stop it. It will let it pass without anything. But with great power comes great responsibility, as one said. Make sure to only whitelist IP addresses that you absolutely trust, and make sure that it's also not a dynamic IP address, because you can also whitelist those IPs, but they might introduce some trouble later down the line, because if you forget to take them down, or you forgot to give them a short time to live, then that might cause troubles when it gets rotated to a different person. Maybe it was your own IP yesterday, but now it's a different person's IP today, so you can never know what they want to do with that IP. So it's always good practice to just give it a short time to live, like an hour or 2 hours. When you know you will work from that IP address, then it will automatically remove it for you. And then you can avoid any unwanted privileges or similar. Similarly to blacklist, you have to be very careful of who and what you want to whitelist, because obviously whitelisting is radical as well, but in any other direction, as no matter what it tries to do, it will succeed, and BitNinja will not be there to stop it from infecting your machine if this happens. And we've came to the graylisting, and this list is very, very similar to blacklist. However, with one great difference, is that graylisting allows the IP addresses, aka the users, to remove themselves from this list. In order to do that, they will have to just navigate to one of the websites hosted on the server, one of your servers even, and just fill out a CAPTCHA. Or in case of the FTP or SMTP CAPTCHAs, they will have to get the bounce back, where they will be able to resolve a CAPTCHA similar to HTTP and HTTPS. This way you can cut down on false positives, because the very, very great idea between Graylist is that you don't have to put effort into removing these IPs from this list. If they encounter some troubles, in case of a false positive, they can remove themselves without any troubles and just continue on their way. It also guarantees that bots have no way of bypassing to your machine. Hence, they are unable to generate unwanted traffic because they will not be able to resolve this captcha